close. That thing's on wide lens.
Hold up, baby. I am the tailgate holder. This is my job. So I want the tailgate up until I get close to the fifth wheel, and then I let it down. So what we like to do is each of us likes to have our own jobs. Don't change them. If you're designated to do one thing, do that one thing and do that one thing well. Okay, tailgate's down. You want to see when the keys backing up, you want to make sure that your cables are all out of the way. Come on back. Hold up. And then what I like to do is get over here and kind of give it an eyeball view. We're going to need to raise the camper. You can see from the hitch to the fifth wheel that the fifth wheel is lower. So we're going to have to raise the camper just a little bit. And this is an eyeball estimate so that you can kind of eye it and see if it's going to hook up. And of course you may have to adjust it, but it depends on where you are, if you're level. This is where we park our camper for the time being. So we're actually pretty level, but sometimes you may not be.
About 2 more inches it needs to go. About another inch.
I think
That's
we're
going to
good.
be pretty close right there.
Okay. Ready? Hold up. I'm closing the tailgate. You want to make sure when you close the tailgate that it is clear of the fifth wheel. Tailgate closed. Alright, you hear that big click? You would think that it's hooked up. However, you always want to make
It's
sure.
a little high right now.
Mm-hmm.
I raised it just a little bit too much, so what we're going to do is we're going to lower it.
While we are
Make sure
still
that it
connected.
clicks in. Sometimes when your truck's going down slope when you're backing up, that's easy to do.
That's good. All right.
Okay. That's it.
All
And
right.
you'll lock it in. Lock the pin.
And the most important thing.
Then you got to do a visual inspection. We always use a flashlight. One of us will look.
You can come around here and see. This is why we've got our friend's flashlight. You can see here that the teeth to the fifth wheel are connected. They don't touch. If you can see the little gap that goes around, it doesn't touch. That's by design so that your fifth wheel, when you're turning, you have that turn radius. But you can see they are locked. Now for us, we both have to agree that this is locked. So Kyle, you want to come look and tell me what you think? Because I agree it's locked.
I agree, it's locked.
Okay, then from this point, what you want to do, since you've got the fifth wheel locked, is we want to go ahead and hook up our cable and hook up our safety pin.
But we will not hook up the lights until tomorrow morning. Normally we would hook up the lights, but since it's going to sit overnight, we're going to wait because I don't want a chance of a back feed going through the camper and draining my truck batteries. That's the worst thing in the world, to show up in the morning and have your truck batteries dead on a diesel.
But what we do want to show you is our brake check and what we do. And this is a safety feature that we've come up with, and our theory behind this is when we raise the legs of our fifth wheel, we raise the legs just a few centimeters, just enough to clear our blocks or where our levelers that we're staying on. And then we'll put the truck in tow haul, we'll give it a brake check. And the theory behind this is, if for some reason we have failed to do our part and lock in our fifth wheel, it's not, the fifth wheel were to come unconnected, disconnected, that it would land on the legs instead of the truck bed. So at this point you can see the legs are just a few centimeters off the block, and we'll be giving it a brake check.
A hookup check. Let's make sure we got our wheel chocks out of the way.
Okay.
We've done that before too. You don't want to run over your wheel chocks. Those are about $10 a piece. after we do our hookup check and our brake check, we will put the wheel chocks back under it.
I'm good.
Okay, we'll step back over to the truck. Come on in here with us. What I will do here is I will actually put my foot on the brake, release the emergency brake, put the vehicle in gear, and then I'll hold my trailer brake control over here. I'll hold it and let my foot off of the brake and give it just a little bit of fuel to check on our hookup check.
You're good. Back up a few inches. Whoa.
Okay. And the reason we did that is to make sure that the camper is hooked to the truck. And if you put a little pressure on it like that, it's going to make sure. And if it was to fall, it could only fall about a ½ inch.
In theory, that's our theory.
That's our theory.
It's never
It
fell
would
on us.
still scare the bejesus out of us, and hopefully the legs wouldn't break. But even if it did fall, maybe it wouldn't damage the truck. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the wheel chocks back under the wheels. We're going to put the legs back down to take the pressure off of the truck, but we're not going to disconnect.
And we're not going to hook up our power cord because we don't want to drain our truck.
Well, it shouldn't do that. There shouldn't be a back feed with today's modern campers. However, I don't want to take a chance. So what we'll do in the morning is, once again, when we get here in the morning, we'll make sure, both of us, again, that it's hooked up. That way somebody overnight didn't monkey around with it. And then we'll carry the camper over to the tire shop and get the tires. That'll be in tomorrow's video. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and always remember, there's more to life.
Bye, guys.